The boxing world is ablaze with anticipation following the official announcement of a monumental showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, set for September 12, 2025, at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Turki Al-Sheikh, the influential Saudi Arabian boxing promoter, confirmed the fight via a tweet, declaring it the fight of the century as part of Riyadh's season. Canelo, the undisputed super middleweight champion, will defend his Ring magazine title against Crawford, widely regarded as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Al-Sheikh teased a major surprise regarding the television platform and revealed that UFC President Dana White will co-promote the event under TKO, marking a significant collaboration. This clash, pitting two of boxing's biggest stars against each other, promises to be a historic moment, with the first face-off already igniting excitement during Canelo's post-fight celebration after defeating William Skull on May 3, 2025, in Riyadh. The announcement came on the heels of Canelo's victory over Skull, a fight that saw him reclaim his status as the super middleweight king. Immediately after the bout, Al-Sheikh orchestrated a dramatic face-off between Canelo and Crawford, sending shockwaves through the boxing community. The moment, charged with tension, set the stage for what many believe will be a defining fight in both fighters' careers. Fans, analysts, and boxing legends have since weighed in, offering a spectrum of opinions on the matchup, particularly focusing on the significant weight difference, Crawford's adaptability, and Canelo's enduring dominance. Dimitri Bivol, who handed Canelo a rare defeat in 2022, believes Crawford's hunger and activity level could pose unique challenges. Bivol noted that Crawford's champion mentality and mental readiness set him apart from Canelo's previous opponents. Unlike Skull, who allowed Canelo to dictate the pace and rest when needed, Crawford is expected to keep Alvarez on his toes. Bivol emphasized that Crawford's ability to stay active and disrupt Canelo's rhythm could make the fight far more competitive. While hesitant to pick a winner, Bivol acknowledged the intrigue surrounding the matchup, suggesting that Crawford's approach could neutralize Canelo's ability to control the ring as he did against Skull. Amir Khan, a former world champion who has faced both fighters, underscored the importance of boxing intelligence in this contest. Khan argued that while Canelo holds a power advantage, Crawford's superior ring IQ, movement, and speed could tilt the scales. Reflecting on Canelo's fight against Skull, Khan noted that the judges' decision was close, with some believing Skull deserved the win due to landing cleaner shots. This performance raised questions about Canelo's invincibility, particularly as he prepares to face a cerebral fighter like Crawford. Khan stressed that size alone won't suffice in this matchup. Crawford's ability to outsmart Canelo could be the deciding factor. For Khan, the fight represents a clash of the two best pound-for-pound fighters, where every attribute, from speed to strategy, will be tested. Roy Jones Jr., a boxing legend, offered a nuanced perspective, suggesting that the outcome hinges on Canelo's mindset. If Canelo underestimates Crawford, assuming he can outbox him effortlessly, he risks defeat. Jones emphasized that Crawford's skills demand respect, and Canelo must approach the fight with the intensity of proving he remains the best. Jones described the matchup as a toss-up, with Canelo's success depending on whether he arrives fully prepared or complacent. This sentiment reflects the high stakes for Canelo, who faces not only a formidable opponent but also the pressure of maintaining his legacy against a smaller but exceptionally skilled fighter. Juan Manuel Marquez, a Hall of Famer, expressed skepticism about the fight, cautioning that the weight disparity could be Crawford's undoing. Marquez argued that weight classes exist for a reason, ensuring fair competition. He recalled Crawford's performance against Israil Madrimov at 154 pounds, where Crawford appeared slower and less powerful. Moving up two more divisions to 168 pounds, Marquez believes, could exacerbate these issues. While acknowledging Crawford's defensive prowess and combination punching, Marquez warned that the super middleweight division might be a bridge too far, potentially exposing Crawford to Canelo's punishing power. William Skull, Canelo's most recent opponent, offered a reserved take, likening boxing to a Pandora's box where outcomes are unpredictable. Though he didn't delve into specifics, Skull recognized the magnitude of the Alvarez-Crawford bout, noting the excitement it has generated. His comments reflect the uncertainty surrounding the fight, as even those who have shared the ring with Canelo hesitate to make bold predictions. Terence Crawford, for his part, views the fight as the defining moment of his career. He acknowledged Canelo as the face of boxing and the biggest challenge available. Crawford's confidence is palpable, dismissing concerns about the weight difference with a simple, "That's why we fight the fight." Focused on the present, he avoided talk of future plans, emphasizing his intent to seize this opportunity. Crawford's readiness to step into the ring with Alvarez underscores his ambition to cement his legacy by defeating one of the sport's biggest stars. Canelo, meanwhile, expressed a desire for Crawford to bring an aggressive, engaging style to the fight. Reflecting on his bout with Skull, Canelo criticized opponents who fight to survive rather than compete, calling it a mediocre mindset. He hopes Crawford will deliver a thrilling performance that excites fans, aligning with his belief that boxing should showcase high-level competition. Canelo's excitement for the fight is tempered by his focus on savoring his recent victory, but his comments suggest he anticipates a challenging and entertaining showdown. Conor Benn, a British welterweight, described the fight as a 50-50 contest, highlighting the balance between Canelo's strength and Crawford's intelligence. Benn noted that neither fighter relies solely on power, with Canelo's strategic approach and Crawford's versatility making the matchup highly competitive. This assessment underscores the perception that the fight is too close to call, with both fighters bringing distinct but equally potent skills to the table. Critics, however, have raised concerns about Canelo's recent performances, particularly against Skull. Observers noted a perceived decline in his agility and dominance, questioning whether he can maintain his elite status against a dynamic opponent like Crawford. Analysts pointed to Canelo's lack of a stoppage win since 2021 and his slower footwork as potential vulnerabilities. Some argue that a prime Canelo, 5 years younger, would have dispatched Skull more decisively, suggesting that age and wear from a 20-year career may be catching up. These concerns amplify the intrigue surrounding the Crawford fight, as fans wonder whether Canelo can still perform at his peak. Trainer Joel Diaz emphasized the size difference as a critical factor, arguing that Canelo's ability to absorb punches from larger opponents gives him a significant edge. Diaz dismissed the notion that Crawford could easily overcome the weight gap, pointing to Canelo's durability against heavy hitters like Gennady Golovkin. He believes Crawford's punches may lack the impact needed to trouble Canelo, while Alvarez's power could overwhelm the smaller fighter. Diaz's perspective aligns with those who see the physical disparity as a decisive advantage for Canelo. Oscar de la Hoya, a former champion and promoter, labeled the fight a money grab, echoing Marquez's concerns about weight classes. De la Hoya cited historical precedent, noting that a skilled smaller fighter rarely defeats a skilled larger one. While praising Crawford's brilliance, particularly his dominant performance against Errol Spence Jr., De La Hoya questioned whether Crawford could overcome Canelo's size and methodical style. Despite his skepticism, he acknowledged Crawford's potential to make the fight competitive through his speed and ring IQ. David Benavidez, a super middleweight contender, offered a contrasting view, expressing confidence in Crawford's ability to pull off an upset. Benavidez highlighted Crawford's work ethic and preparation, suggesting that his long-term focus on this fight, combined with strength training, could make him a formidable challenger. Benavidez rated Crawford's chances highly, giving him a 7 out of 10, a bold prediction that reflects belief in Crawford's exceptional talent. Unified heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk took a similar stance, emphasizing that skill often trumps size in boxing. Usyk, a friend of Crawford, predicted a victory for the smaller fighter, citing his technical mastery and ability to switch stances seamlessly. Usyk's endorsement underscores the belief that Crawford's sharpness and adaptability could neutralize Canelo's physical advantages. Sean Porter, a former welterweight champion who faced Crawford, expressed concern about Crawford's ability to withstand Canelo's power over 12 rounds. While acknowledging Crawford's toughness, Porter noted that Canelo's strategy of starting fast to break down opponents could test Crawford's durability. Porter's analysis highlights the physical challenge Crawford faces, even as he recognizes the complexity of predicting the outcome given both fighters' elite skill sets. Promoter Eddie Hearn described the matchup as a freak fight due to the weight disparity, warning that Crawford's brilliance might not be enough to overcome Canelo's size. Hearn advised Crawford to rely on movement to avoid trading punches, as standing toe-to-toe could favor Alvarez. Despite his reservations, Hearn acknowledged Crawford's genius, leaving open the possibility of an upset. Caleb Plant, a former super middleweight champion, praised Crawford's adaptability and unique style, noting his ability to fight effectively from multiple ranges and stances. Plant called the fight a big question mark, suggesting that Crawford's intelligence could make it closer than expected, even with the weight difference. Teddy Atlas, a renowned trainer and commentator, boldly picked Crawford to win, citing his refusal to accept defeat and unmatched adaptability. Atlas pointed to Crawford's history of unifying multiple weight classes as evidence of his greatness, arguing that his mental toughness and ring craft make him a threat to Canelo, regardless of size. As September 12th approaches, the Alvarez-Crawford fight looms as a defining moment in boxing. The clash of styles, the weight disparity, and the stakes for both fighters' legacies have created a feverish atmosphere. Whether Canelo's power and experience will prevail or Crawford's skill and determination will defy the odds remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the boxing world will be watching.